All right, everybody, welcome back. Good afternoon. We're still in Victory Monday, still feeling pretty good in this fan base, I think. And now we've got to take a look at Pro Football Focus on the other side, the defense, which I would say of the two units was probably the better unit yesterday, but it's close. You could certainly go either way on it. So let's take a look at the grades. As always, you guys know how I feel about Pro Football Focus. They do a lot of good work. That doesn't mean they're going to get everything right. That doesn't mean they're going to take everything correctly into consideration. That doesn't mean they don't deserve a lot of credit for the good work that they do. So we're going to start, like I said, with just the top line, as always. And I mean, I don't think our first place finisher should surprise anybody. It's Tyrese Knight. Hard to make two plays like that and not be your top performer back in 60 seconds. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today. Get to it and go have some fun with sports this year. All right, so yeah, I mean the two strip sacks alone are going to get you where you want to go. 93.9, that's one of the highest grades any defender has had in my time looking at Pro Football Focus, honestly. So really cool that he comes in as an injury replacement and does something like that. It reminds you that you can't completely give up on the dude. I know that there have been problems this year, but a game like that, it's going to remind you that he does have a lot of potential. Pritchett, how about that? 23 snaps, so it's not like it's a nothing sample size. 81.9, and it's on the back of a really strong cover grade and a good tackling grade. That's definitely going to change the perception of him as a player, I think. So really good to see. Really excited about that. And third place was a guy who was relatively not really noticed yesterday. And for a corner, that's often a good thing. Devin Witherspoon, 75.2. I think that a lot of the time as a cornerback, it is evidence of you doing your best work when nobody notices you. And I didn't call Witherspoon's name, but maybe once the whole day yesterday when I was doing the play-by-play. And often that's an indicator of a really good game. So good to see. Byron Murphy, even with a miserable tackling grade, comes in very strong here with the 72.8. Nwosu, good stuff here. Was not involved in the sack party, but he did throw in some nice plays against the run, and he did lead the team in pressures. And Reek Woolen, I thought he played better than this personally. I think this is he gets punished a little bit for bad tackling, which okay, whatever, but I definitely don't think Woolen's game as a whole warranted a 66.1. I think he was a lot better than that personally. And I mean, that's always going to be kind of the contradiction with a guy like Woolen, back in 30. Hey everybody, Seahawks Brendan Nelson here to show you some really cool steel art for the 50th anniversary of the Seahawks and a Mariners medallion too, like the ones pictured above my head. My dad, aka Metal Hawk, has met over 300 Seahawks, dozens of Mariners, and some Sonics in his time, and now he's making unique steel art, special edition, and it can be yours for a donation directly to Fans for Good. Click the Facebook link down below for complete instructions. Back to the video. All right, Demarcus Lawrence, can we not do this? Can we not, like, okay, I get it, right? Like the ball bounced up into his hands and he just ran free to the end zone. I get it, but can we not pretend that Demarcus Lawrence should get a barely above replacement level grade in a game where he scored 2 touchdowns? Can we not, like come on, guys. it's okay to, like, break your rule in extreme circumstances, guys. Like, look, maybe he didn't have the greatest game in the world rushing the passer. Maybe he only had like 3 pressures or whatever yeah, 3 pressures. Um yeah, just can we not do this? Can we like understand context here a little bit, please? Whatever. Kobe Bryant, okay. Mostly his run defense grade of all things actually saved him. Darion Kendrick only 2 snaps. Boye Mafe about replacement level. Again, don't really know what they're looking for him to do beyond what he's doing to get a decent grade. Ty Okada really kind of gets pushed around a little bit in most areas. They didn't like his tackling. They didn't like his run defense. Again, I gotta ask, like, he's out there 75 snaps for a defense that was pretty locked down that whole game. Hard for me to believe that he's barely replacement level, but it's whatever, I guess. Bohanna, O'Toole, both barely played. Derek Hall. So Pro Football Focus gives him the sack. I know the official scoring sheet didn't. But either way, like, I don't I don't know if I get this one either. Like, again, I gotta ask, like, what do these guys have to do to get some credit here? Leonard Williams, yeah, no. They gave him below replacement level for that game. There's no way. Ain't no way. I don't buy that at all. They give him basically the same grade they gave Mike Morris. And I'm not saying Mike Morris played badly. He didn't, but come on, guys. Come on. Some of this stuff just doesn't line up with reality. Like Drake Thomas, below replacement level because of what? A couple missed tackles? Nick Eamon-Wari gets up, maybe not bad, but below replacement level grade because of a couple of missed, like, I'm sorry, guys. I look at these grades, and it does remind me that I think Pro Football Focus has a blind spot on defense compared to offense, but you got to do something about this. Like, we've talked about how I don't think Pro Football Focus does a good job evaluating linebackers or safeties. Like, something's not right here. I'm sorry. The point of the grade is to capture the general contributions of a player positively and negatively in one number, right? And I don't think you're doing that with a lot of these players. Like Eamon-Wari, 55, not a chance. O'Connell barely played. Peely, 47.7. Not a lot of love there. So that's your top line. Not much to say about the Peely thing, I think maybe, but I don't know. Again, I got to ask, like, this looks like the grading distribution for a defense that was not very good. And this defense was very good yesterday. So I don't know. Now, if you look at the missed tackle stuff, okay, it's like got a few missed tackles. We got Murphy, Nwosu, Woolen missed one each. Bryant, Kobe missed one. Okada missed 2. That's part of his problem, but 3 missed tackles for Drake Thomas. Another one for Eamon-Wari. Peely missed 1. Derek Hall missed 1. I don't know. It's I can't help but look at this and feel like they're putting way too much into missed tackles. For this defense to be one of the best in the league, missed tackles don't matter that much, right? Like Drake Thomas missed 3 tackles in this game. That sounds really bad, but you look at that game, it's not having a significant effect on this team to my eyes. So I'm like, okay, maybe you're letting that drag things down too much in the context of this defense. And maybe there's nothing PFF can do about that. Maybe they're not really capable of adjusting for something like that, but yeah, you should be seeking to find a solution. Okay, run defense grades. Again, Kobe Bryant was the only guy that really stood out here, which, I mean, Arizona had 1 long carry in this game. Jacoby had 1 good scramble, and other than that, they couldn't really run the ball at all. So, I'm not saying it was stellar compared to some previous games. Does feel like you're missing a little bit here, though. Nobody had more than 2 stops, so there isn't any one dominant defender here. Kobe had 2, Drake Thomas had 2, Nwosu had 2, Okada had 2, but still had a crap grade. So it's like, I don't know. And Kobe was the guy who got the tackle on the long run, the 55-yard run by, I think it was Knight. So, I mean, I'm not saying that he's at fault on that play. I don't think that he is, but it does kind of speak to how sometimes this stuff doesn't really make a lot of sense. All right, pass rush grades, though. Pass rush grades. I mean, first of all, 35 pressures, so it's another game where the pressure just absolutely eats. 35, that's closing in on some of the best games I've ever seen from a Seahawks defense in the PFF era, right? And you add it up. You got 6 from Nwosu. You got 5 from Leonard Williams, who still gets a bad pass rush grade. 5 from Murphy. 5 from Hall. It's just really stacking up here. And I know some of this pressure is soft, and I know some of it doesn't fully affect the play, but you can't tell me this stuff doesn't add up. We got 3 from D-Law. Morris had 1. Eamon Worry had the half sack. 4 from Mafe. 2 from Okada. I didn't even notice the pressures from Okada. Kobe had 1. And of course, Tyrese Knight, he's going to be the star of the show with the 2 strips. But, I mean, there's a lot going on here with this pass rush right now. And I'm not going to say that Jarran Reed's going to make things radically better when he gets back. But I do think it's noteworthy that we're doing this without Jarran Reed, who is something of a presence in the middle. And Ernest Jones, Julian Love, like those guys are part of the equation here, especially Ernest Jones. And I know that Ernest Jones could never have as good of a day rushing the passer as Tyrese Knight did, but he's still overall a better pass rusher than Knight. So great things are happening, people. Okay, cover stuff. Cover stuff's going to be kind of tricky to parse through because a lot of this was garbage time, right? A lot of this was whatever. So keep that in mind as you're looking at these numbers. But I think they do help shed a little bit of light on where some of this stuff might be coming from. First of all, Pritchett. I mean, what's up, man? 1 catch on 3 targets for a grand total of 9 yards. And he did give up the touchdown, but this grade speaks to how little that mattered. It's not like the touchdown he gave up was some terrible play on his part either, right? It was a good throw and a good catch by Harrison. Not much that Pritchett could do. Tyrese Knight, this has been his bugaboo, right? This has been the area where Knight struggled all year. 4 targets, 15 yards. Forced his first incompletion of the year. So, I mean, hey, not that he's going to get his starting job back right now, because obviously he was playing a different role on Sunday. But it's good to see. Witherspoon, 2 targets, 6 yards. I think he gave up the 2-point conversion for whatever that's worth, but 2 targets, 6 yards from your outside corner. I will take that all day. Woolen, 8 targets, so they tried. 13 yards. Phenomenal stuff. He is back on track officially, I think. Okada, 4 targets, 36 yards. Not stellar, but even there, it's like, again, how much of it is garbage time? How much of it really means anything? Probably not a lot. Kendrick got targeted once. No completion. Kobe, we're kind of getting down to the lower graded players, and it makes sense why, but some of it doesn't. Like, Kobe Bryant gets targeted 3 times in this game, 12 yards. Like what are you looking for there, right? And 10 of it was yak, so it was a short throw that got extended out a little bit after the catch. I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Drake Thomas, 5 targets, 47 yards. Definitely one of his worst days of the year in coverage. But again, you're going up against Trey McBride, and there's a lot of garbage time. I'm not sweating it. Now, this is where the Eamon Worry thing kind of makes sense. They gave him 98 yards allowed in coverage. 98 yards and a touchdown. And when you allow 98 yards and a touchdown in coverage in a game, it makes sense that a grading system is going to be a little bit harsh on you, but 11 targets for one, so it's not like Arizona was overly efficient on those plays. And again, how much of it is garbage time? A lot of it is. Arizona didn't really move the ball successfully until the game was basically over. D-Law gave up a 15-yarder. O'Connell gave up a 7-yarder. And I think Derek Hall had the penalty in coverage, so that's why his grade is so low, even though it doesn't really add up to anything. And that's it. I mean, makes sense, I guess. Eamon Worry, they went at him a lot, but I don't think he did a bad job overall. I know the 98 yards is a little bit troubling, but again, man, a lot of it was garbage time. Not much to say about special teams. O'Connell and Halani were the standout grades here. Brady Russell was good. And some of the lower grades, Peely was down here the week after he, I believe, was in on that forced fumble. And we had a couple other not-so-great grades, but nothing super standout here. Myers was not graded well for his kickoffs. Shaheed got punished for the fumble a little bit. That's about it. So that's it for Pro Football Focus for this week. Let me know what you think down below. See you guys later. Go Hawks.